Hello and welcome to Underpaid Gamers Podcast. My name is Justin. I'm sitting next to my friend and colleague, Tony.
Hello.
What's up, Tony?
I'm doing finger guns. I'm doing cowboy finger guns.
I saw that. In this episode of Underpaid Gamers Podcast, we will be covering some news.
We're doing our infamous, first annual, already famous
Underpaid Gamers Awards of 2015.
Award ceremony of 2015. So look forward to that. I also got some news, Uncharted news, Star Wars news. I did something over the weekend that was fun. Got some Netflix news. That's going to be first. So let's listen to that song that we all know and love.
You mean the good song or the bad song? Oh wait, there is no bad song.
We
There's
only
only
have
one song,
one,
and
so
it's the best
technically
song.
both. So I just found this out the other day.
Tell me.
You should have told me this. I didn't know that J.J. Abrams was not going to direct Episode 8 of Star Wars.
Yeah, I thought that's old news, dude.
I didn't know.
Want me to tell you the story? At least what I know.
Sure.
I mean, I don't know
Hit me with your best shot.
So J.J. Abrams apparently had...
Who we all know and love.
Which we do, especially after Star Wars Force Awakens.
I call him JJ for short.
Yeah, did you buy him a Christmas gift?
I bought you a Christmas gift.
I know you did. Thank you. I'm such a bad friend. I didn't buy you one.
I didn't tell you, because I didn't want you to buy me one. Because I don't want you to be like, well, he got me one, so now I have to get him one.
That's generally how I feel about most Christmas.
See?
I just get my family Christmas gifts, and then
because they
I feel awkward.
I didn't want you to feel awkward. So I surprised you.
Well, I did feel a little bit awkward, but
that's
thank
okay.
you.
It's pretty awesome.
It was pretty awesome. It's a Vegeta statue. Little thing. It's like a little bitty one.
Yeah.
So I'll probably put it on my desk at work or on my bookshelf behind me at work.
Yep.
Probably. Both at work, because I'm going to have a student be like, Vegeta? I'm like, yeah. They're like, Mr. T, the best!
They'll probably be like, why do you like the villain of the series?
I know. They're like, because he's the king of all Saiyans. He's the prince of all Saiyans. He's Vegeta.
But he's the second best.
Yeah.
Consistently.
Maybe.
So, J.J. Abrams...
We have some differing opinions on that. By the way, J.J. Abrams apparently had some friction with the Disney team early on, before the movie was even close to finishing, and so he said that he wasn't going to do 8 and 9, and so they went ahead and hired other directors.
That's what Joss Whedon said. Joss Whedon, he's like, I don't want to do this anymore because you guys suck.
Yeah, essentially. It's because he didn't want to be that controlled.
Yeah.
Because Disney is very protective of their franchises and their brands. Which makes sense, but it also can be difficult for a director who's trying to put his own spin on things.
Yeah.
So there's some friction there, so he decided not to. And recently, he made a statement saying that he read the script of Episode 8 or something, and he wishes...
The Force goes back to sleep.
The Force passes out. Medically induced coma.
Yeah.
And he said that he wishes he would be the one directing.
He was directing it, but now he can't.
But now it's
he
too
can't
late.
go back on his word.
It's too late.
You guys
now.
suck, but I want to direct.
So hopefully, again, I'm pretty confident in Disney's ability to protect its franchise from really bad movies. Because Disney doesn't make a whole lot of bad movies. They do sometimes, but
not big movies.
But not the big ones usually. They usually do a pretty good job. So I'm assuming it doesn't matter what director is going to be in there. It's still going to be a decent movie, one that's entertaining and good. Good enough for me to watch.
You want to talk about the box office numbers?
Yes. So my prediction did not come exactly true.
What was your prediction?
My prediction was that Star Wars domestically was going to make $400 million.
Oh, yeah.
I was wrong. I was a little bit zealous, I would say.
Overzealous. Not just regular zealous, overzealous.
I was a little bit overzealous.
Zealous is down here, you're way above it.
So what it actually did, which it broke every record. It is the biggest weekend release.
The largest grossing opening weekend film of all time.
Of all time, worldwide, or just the U.S. domestically. In the U.S., it made $248 million, and worldwide made $529 million.
That's right.
As compared to the runner-up, who was
Jurassic World, which is also 2015,
True.
Which is insane. People just have more money these days.
It's true, and inflation. It's not adjusted for inflation. 2008 or $208 million is Jurassic World's domestic, and I believe the worldwide was like $524 million. So just barely above. Star Wars just barely beat the international release. However, Star Wars did not release in China because of some rules or something, some communist thing, and they're releasing it in February. So Jurassic World definitely had an advantage
back.
because China is actually a pretty big foreign market for movies. So, still beat it though. So, Star Wars topped everything, made a ton of money. Last time I looked, they were approaching $800 million. They just broke the record for the biggest Monday ever.
Nice.
And I'm assuming Tuesday will be the same because it's like Christmas time. And it
You
broke
got-
all the December records too.
nothing
So
else to
it's
do.
just like every record you can think of, it's like punch it in the face.
Punch
or
it right in the face.
if we could just say force pushing it right in the face.
Yeah.
Or maybe force choking it out of existence. I don't know what's the most appropriate way to talk about it. But that's Star Wars.
There's something I
in
want to
the
say,
numbers.
but it's a spoiler to the movie, so I won't say it.
Okay, we're still trying to be respectful
The people that haven't seen
of
it.
those who haven't
Well,
seen it, so we will not ruin anything.
Fine, no,
I would say by the time January rolls around, I think we can assume everybody's seen it.
at least twice.
At least twice. I've seen it twice. I'm going to hopefully see it a third time.
Tomorrow?
Hopefully.
Today? I don't know.
Probably not today. Probably tomorrow.
Matt Damon is
Not
coming
tomorrow.
back to reprise his role in the Bourne film series.
Really?
So he's going to be in the 5th Bourne film. He was in the first 3. And then, I can't remember. Listen,
I'm listening.
I've seen the Bourne films. I've seen 1 and 2.
Yeah?
For whatever reason,
Mhm.
I always used to watch them late at night, and I would always fall asleep for Bourne Identity, which is the first one.
Yeah. It's a little slow.
So I always think it's super boring, so I never go back and watch it. Bourne Supremacy, I also think it's slow, because I also fell asleep, because I also watched it at night. So I don't think I've ever watched these movies all the way through without falling asleep. So in the back of my mind, I know they're really slow. But I
Yeah.
also know they're really good action scenes.
They are really good. I highly suggest that you watch them when the
know.
sun is out.
But I've already... Like, I watch it and be like, I recognize this. I hate watching movies so many times in a row, because
Yeah.
I already know what's going to happen,
Mhm.
type of thing. And I've seen the movie all the way through, just in segments, not all at once.
Yeah.
So I haven't really watched them all. I let someone, when I was in college, I let someone borrow my Bourne Identity and Bourne Supremacy because I own both of them.
Mhm.
And when they returned it to me, they also gave me the Bourne Ultimatum.
Oh, nice.
Which is the third one. And I think they gave it to me on accident.
Yay!
Because I think they borrowed it from somebody else, and they just gave it back to me. And I'm like, well, I guess I got a free movie out of this. So I have all 3 of them.
They
I
just
don't want
borrowed it
the
with
fourth one.
interest. That's
Yeah,
it.
right? So he's going back for the 5th one. Matt Damon's awesome.
Yeah,
in most things.
he kills it in those roles. And I know they made a 4th one with a new actor. I can't remember which actor it was.
Someone popular, and
But-
I feel bad for forgetting.
It,
So I'll look it up right now.
from what I understand, it wasn't like it was good, but it wasn't the same. Because how can you replace Matt Damon?
You can't.
You really can't.
The Bourne Legacy.
Yeah. So I really like the original trilogy. And I'm excited they're making another one with Matt Damon.
Yeah, it was Hawkeye. It was Jeremy Renner.
So,
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye. What a
Jeremy,
cool character.
if I remember correctly, Jeremy Renner isn't bad. Like,
He's not a bad
he's a good
actor.
action hero star,
Yeah. He's fine.
but he's no Matt Damon.
But he's not Matt Damon.
That's right.
That's the thing.
That's all right.
You're not Matt Damon.
I do like Matt Damon a lot. Uncharted got pushed back 5 weeks. It's coming out in April now, which really sucks. 'Cause I want to play Uncharted.
Mixed feelings. I'm glad. I would rather them push it back 5 weeks than release a buggy, patchy, really crappy game.
Yeah, but they've been working on it for so long. All the motion captain's already done. What are they working on?
I don't know. Probably bug fixes. I
It's
hope.
ridiculous.
But again, I'd rather have a finished product. But it still sucks because I want it right now.
I want
Except
it
for I
right
haven't
now.
played any of the Uncharted games, and I need to borrow them.
They're right there.
I know. He's
I
pointing
don't-
to above the computer.
I don't know where Uncharted 1 is. It's in the living room. Emily was playing it. There's 2, and there's my hollow case for 3 because someone stole my 3.
That dirty dog.
That dirty dog. There's a man suing Bethesda because he has a Fallout 4 addiction. He said, I read the article, I kind of skimmed over it. He said, like, he was planning on playing it for a couple hours, and he just got addicted and, like, quit his job, and, like, his wife left him and all this other stuff.
Yeah. That's essentially what happened.
I'm like, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Just stop playing the game.
I don't know how that's going to hold up in court.
It won't.
'Cause
I
it's-
think they already threw it out.
It's not like a physiological addiction. It's not.
Right.
It's not like opiates or like
It's not like
drugs.
nicotine.
It's not like cocaine. It's not like nicotine. This is a video game. Just
Right.
put it down. Stop
I mean,
playing.
what do you do when the battery runs out of your controller? Like, where's it? I don't know.
I
Mine's
don't know.
always plugged in. Because the PS4 controllers don't have a lot of battery.
Right, they don't.
Like
Which is
6
kinda
hours max.
Yeah.
You can turn down the brightness on the light, like a dim, and it'll last longer.
annoying. That's a good idea. I should do
You
that.
should do that. There is Monolith, who was the developer behind Shadows of Mordor,
Mhm.
which is a game we both played, which we both liked.
We both loved that game. It was one of the best games for the beginning of PS4's
2015.
life.
Yeah. One of their co-workers was diagnosed with brain cancer,
Oh no.
so now they're trying to raise money to help him get through it.
I saw some tweets about that.
Fast-growing brain tumors is what I read.
Oh, man.
So, I mean, this is serious.
Isn't it like a GoFundMe or something?
I don't remember.
Or Kickstarter?
I'm not sure. I just know that they're raising money for it. That sucks.
That does suck.
Brain tumors, fast-growing. It's like a chia pet of brain tumors.
Yeah.
Sucks a lot.
It does.
Like I feel bad for saying that.
Yeah.
For looking at that.
Definitely thoughts and prayers for the Monolith.
Right.
His family.
Black Ops 3 DLC was announced, coming out February 2nd. They're adding 4 maps.
I'm so excited.
A zombies map.
You made me watch the video.
I did.
And I wasn't excited, and now I'm really excited.
Where? Tell me what you're excited about.
I'm excited because each map looks really unique. Specifically, one of the maps said it was like a futuristic training center for like the military, and so there's like 3 lanes to the map, and each lane is its own thing.
Yeah.
It's sick. Like one's like a forest,
different ecosystem.
One's like an urban, and one's like Arctic.
Yeah. So that looks
on the
really
same
cool.
map. That looks so. I'm so excited. And then they're also doing the Skyjacked,
which is a remake of Hijacked from Black Ops 2.
Yeah.
The ship.
Which was a fun map. I really enjoyed that map.
Mm-hmm.
So seeing this new version, it's like an airship.
Yeah. So you can fall off.
And
you could always fall off into the water. But now you can swim. So they're like, well, we can't make them fall into the water because they can swim.
So let's make them drop
put it up
1,000 feet
and
and him die at the end.
There you go.
Looks really cool. And they're changing it up a little bit, and I'm sure it looks a little bit bigger than the original.
Yes. I noticed that too. I'm like, it looks like there's a little bit longer pathways.
Yes, a little bit longer, but I'm okay with that because sometimes it would get annoying with the spawn flips and things being so quick in the small map. That
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm excited for the new maps.
So February 2nd. I don't know how much that costs. Probably a pretty penny.
Probably 20, 25.
15 or 20, probably. I don't know. Netflix. Some things coming out on Netflix in January. Parks and Rec Season 7.
What? No!
Yeah.
What?
Surprise?
I'm so excited!
There you go.
I freaking love Parks and Rec. I'm watching through it again.
Oh, right now?
I thought it was over.
Season 7 is the last season, I believe.
Wait, I thought Season 6 was the last season.
Season 6 is the last season on Netflix right now. I had to watch Season 7 on Hulu.
Really?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh, dang it. I thought they were coming back for another season.
I don't think so. No, it's
well, I'm a little bit less excited, but I'm still excited because I haven't seen the season 7.
Yeah. Swordfish is a movie. It's an older movie. It's a crime movie. I've never seen it, but I've heard it's very good and I want to see it. And then Training Day, another older movie, 2001 movie, I had watched on VHS when I was younger, and now I'll probably watch it again. It's another one of those gangster police movies.
Oh, nice.
So it's supposed to be good. It is good. I remember seeing it. Now that I'm older, I think I'll appreciate it more. So that's good. A series I watched last night, TSM, Team Solo Mod, posted a Leffen video series about Leffen's journey to EVO.
And those of you who don't know, Leffen is one of the most famous Smash players competitively, who we talk about a lot in the show.
We do.
So if this is your first episode, we talk about Smash a lot.
We do. I do.
You do.
I do, definitely.
I make comments about it.
Yeah, anyway. So, Leffen, there's 5 gods of Smash. There's, like, these 5 players that are heads above other people.
Yeah.
And then there's Leffen, who's right below them, but he has beaten all these gods. Mm-hmm. And all the gods have never been beaten by a single person other than Leffen before. Wow. So people call Leffen the God Slayer.
Yeah.
And a lot of people view Leffen as the villain of Smash, because when he first started, he was really rude to players. He's from Sweden, and he got banned from a whole bunch of European tournaments for a whole year. Just because his attitude, the way he played, like he wasn't being nice to anybody. So a lot of people view him as a villain. They released he's sponsored by TSM, so they released a video series on him and his trip to EVO 2015 from this year. It's a 3-video series. The first video is 10 minutes long. The second video is 20 minutes long, and the third video is 30 minutes long. Mm-hmm. It's really good. I really liked it. Like I already knew the outcome, but it's really nice to see Leffen in that kind of light. So I'd check it out. You probably just Google
TSM
YouTube,
Leffen video.
TSM Leffen video series.
Yeah,
3 episodes and a trailer.
Nice. According to you, I have a lot of homework to do besides that.
Yeah, you do.
Like Lock Horizon and things like that.
Lock Horizon, Heavy Rain.
Yeah.
Other things I've told you that I forgot about. You're lucky. You're lucky I'm not grading you.
I know. If you were my teacher and I was your pupil,
would be failing.
I would have failed.
We would have a parent-teacher conference. I'll talk to your parents. Like, listen.
Yeah, my parents would be very disappointed with me. I'd probably get grounded at this point.
And then you wouldn't be able to do any other things.
I know. I wouldn't be able to do anything. That was my homework.
Yeah. Well.
Well.
Don't.
Yeah. Interesting.
Don't do that.
I don't know where to go with this conversation.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Let's move on. I have some top news stories from 2015 I would love to discuss.
Yeah, so from this point forward, we're really wrapping up the year, honestly.
Yes.
2015's been a good year, I'd say, for me, for you.
Yeah, I got married
Overall.
this year.
You got married this year. I was your best man this year.
Yep.
Not really. I was your groomsman this
You
year.
were a groomsman. You were there.
I was the best man, let's be honest.
You were a groomsman.
I was a groomsman. Okay. Either way, had a lot of fun with that. Some good games came out, I'd say. Some things we're going to be talking about today. Yeah. So what were the big highlights? The headlines.
I have 3 news stories from 2015.
Okay.
So not a whole bunch. However, China finally releases their 14-year ban on game consoles in 2015.
Nice.
So now you can, if you're in China and you haven't seen Star Wars yet because it's not out, buy a game console and play Battlefront. Almost the same thing.
It's the same thing as the original trilogy.
Yeah. So that's nice that China is finally lifting that ban. Video games, consoles are getting huge.
It is good.
PS4 is still dominating the market.
Mm-hmm.
Because why wouldn't it? Because it's awesome.
Because Sony.
Right.
Which is weird, though, because China and Japan hate each other.
Well,
so I don't know why they would... I feel like if they really wanted to get...
Who does China hate more?
What?
Sony from Japan.
Uh-huh.
Nintendo.
Oh.
Or Microsoft from USA.
Definitely they hate Microsoft the least.
You think so?
I would say so.
We owe them all their money.
We owe them a lot of money.
We owe them a lot of money. As a US.
Yes.
The Konami, Kojima stuff we've talked about before.
Yeah.
Their kind of breakup.
It's been a dramatic... It's been a long time coming, I'd say. A lot of friction there all year. So
Kojima's finally signed on with Sony, though. They're going to start making new games, which will probably be really good.
I'm hoping so.
As you can assume.
I'm hoping so.
And then Nintendo's president passed away this year.
Mr. Iwata.
Mr. Iwata. President Iwata.
So those are the...
He was around for a long time.
He was. It
was a big thing.
He steered Nintendo into its current course, which was more family-oriented, keeping the mobile market going, even though the numbers generally have been declining for mobile devices. I mean, 3DS is the obvious winner of the mobile console thing. I mean, we see Sony trying to with the Vita, but with just limited success.
Right.
I don't know. I think he's done a good job. Yeah. Like, Nintendo is one of those family-loved... Like, everybody loves Nintendo. Like, I don't know anybody who doesn't love Nintendo, or at least doesn't respect Nintendo. Like, there's a certain amount... Like, some people are like, oh, I don't like Nintendo because I'm not into Zelda, or, like, it's all just Mario games, and, like...
Which is true. Not a lot of third-party titles.
There aren't. But I think what they do make is fun.
Pretty good.
They're pretty much... I feel like they're more of a couch, like, multiplayer thing, too. Because, like, I go over to some of my friends' houses, and we... play Mario Kart all the time and play Smash, things like that. That's all couch multiplayer, which you don't have that as much anymore.
You don't have any split screen.
Microsoft and Sony. I mean, you can play Battlefront split screen. You can play some games split screen on the new consoles, but it's just more rare. It's pretty much just designed to be multiplayer in your independent bedrooms and different houses of
different TVs,
the world,
not together.
So I mean, I enjoy Nintendo. I think my brother's trying to get me to buy one because for
Splatoon
for Christmas he bought me a amiibo
of
my character of my favorite character in Smash,
which is
Star Fox. If you did not know that, it is
Fox McCloud.
I'm a Fox player. I also like Falco.
You would be. You just started liking Falco.
Yeah, that's been I mean like the last 2 months, 3 months.
I guess
it's been the end of this year. I kind of shifted a little bit, but still like Fox a lot. Still my favorite Nintendo character, probably. Definitely. So,
so that's really all the news I have from 2015. There's a lot of other stuff, but
I'd say those are the biggest things.
Those are some really big things. Now we're going to move on to the Underpaid Gamer Game Awards. You want to explain what we're doing here?
Yeah, so Tony and I were talking, and we're like, we got to think about an idea for the end of the year. What are we going to do? So I was like, why don't we do an awards thing? But, everybody does awards at the end of the year, so we're like...
Best Game of the Year 2015 is blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, we're definitely not going to take it that route.
We're not going to
Let's just say it that way. We're not going to take that route. So we have some awards here. I think as we go through these, you're going to start getting a feel for what type of awards we're giving, and hopefully you'll enjoy it, because we're definitely not trying to be like Game of the Year and best visuals and...
Yeah.
like, we're not trying to be boring with it. So, without further ado,
these are not really in any specific order.
they're not really. I mean,
They came in the order that they came to me in my brain.
and there's
in
like
my noggin.
a few of them are mine.
My new
I
advance.
agree with most of these.
I don't know if you wrote any of yours down.
Yeah, I did.
Who knows?
I thought I did.
I have some.
Yeah, I did. I wrote those. Yep, the
Okay.
last couple. But I didn't put one for one of the awards. I didn't give it a game.
Oh.
Uh-oh. We'll come up with it.
We'll have to make that up on the spot.
Oh,
I guess.
I got it.
You got it in your head.
I think so.
Okay.
Wait, maybe I don't.
UP Game Awards.
2015!
Okay. Least surprise ending goes to the Arkham Knight.
The Arkham Knight!
Now, you never played the Arkham
I have
games.
not played this game, but I've heard so many stories.
So many stories about it.
Why does it deserve the least surprising ending?
They totally just hint at it the whole game through. And if you know anything about Batman, and I don't know anything about Batman, and like, I know there's one specific thing about Batman. I don't necessarily want to spoil it for you because you haven't played him. I'm like, oh, I know who the Arkham Knight is.
Yeah.
Like, and the whole time through, I'm like, I don't want it to be that person because that's so predictable.
Yeah.
But even before the game came out, people were like, I know who that is.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, that sucks. Very similar.
Uh-huh.
Batman's been screwing the pooch, as we can say.
Yep.
Very similar to the Batman v Superman trailer, where they just gave everything away.
Yeah.
Batman might be the best detective, but he gives so much crap away.
He definitely does.
So, yeah, least surprise ending goes to Arkham Knight, based on... I mean, if you've played it, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
You haven't played it.
I haven't played it, but I'm assuming.
You might know.
Everyone agrees.
Yeah.
The next award, the farthest distance traveled, in-game, on foot, I would say,
Yeah.
goes to The Witcher 3.
Yep.
Uh,
Seriously, you just walk all over the place.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, you can get your horse, but the horse mechanics... Like, getting on the horse,
Yeah.
mechanics suck.
It really doesn't... I mean, it works, but... Like, the nice thing is, like, auto-travel when you can get it, but you have to find a
Fast travel.
signpost, so that takes forever.
Uh-huh.
So sometimes it's just faster or less of a hassle just to get on the horse and, like, let it do
Just go straight.
Just go straight at it, but I feel like I ran so many marathons.
Skyrim had such a good fast travel system because you could be anywhere and just fast travel somewhere.
Right, and that was nice.
As long as you like weren't in a cave or something, or enemies weren't around.
Yeah, exactly.
In The Witcher, you literally have to go to a signpost, and there's signposts scattered throughout places.
But they're not very. It's not very consistent. There are
Right.
some places where you'll have to run for a while just to get to a
And
signpost.
it's like, this sucks. And then sometimes you'll get the signpost, and it's like at the very edge of the city, and then you have to go like the castle, which is in the middle of the city. So you have to walk through the whole city to get up there.
Yeah.
Just thinking specifically of the Baron, whatever his town is.
Yeah.
There's not a signpost close to his house. You have to go totally at the end of the bridge.
Yeah,
go
and then
up.
walk through the
Yeah,
entire
I'm
city and then up through the gates and
Like, this
finally get
sucks.
to it. It does take a long
So
time.
annoying.
So we had a runner-up for this category.
We did.
Would you like to talk about that?
Metal Gear Solid 5, the Phantom Pain, is also huge.
It is very big.
And if you don't have D-Horse as your buddy, you're walking everywhere.
Yeah, it takes forever.
Very similar, you can call in helicopters, but they can only go at specific spots. Like,
yeah. So it really limits what you can do.
Yeah.
And it costs money.
It costs money, and it's super, like, you pick up the helicopter, it takes you up to the ACC, which is the Air Command Center, and then you get to choose from there where to go.
Yeah.
So it's not like...
It's not like
fast
that
travel
much
here.
faster.
Yeah.
It ends up being like, instead of having to actively run, you just passively wait for it to load.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like,
it's like just a different way
right.
of taking forever. So, Metal Gear Solid 5 definitely runner-up in the category of farthest distance traveled.
Yeah. Gold medal to Witcher 3.
Yes, gold medal, Witcher 3.
Next award, played by most people under the age limit
Which I think this award can go to this same game
every year.
every year. So if that doesn't give it away, it is Call of Duty, Black Ops 3.
Yep.
Call of Duty is always played. You guys know how it is. You get in a lobby, you start hearing these high-pitched...
These squeakers.
These squeaking voices of these kids hitting puberty,
Yeah.
all, cussing each other out.
Especially if you get on, like, after 3 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
Right when people
after
get
school.
home.
Yeah.
Like, they get home, and then the parents get home at, like, 5. So they have, like, 2 hours to sit there and, like, curse and say all these bad things.
They're so dirty.
So funny.
So many racist things said. So many nasty things that no one should ever say.
They've implemented this thing where you can, like, just mute everybody except for your friends, which
Yeah.
I have done.
I
So
do
I
that.
haven't heard...
Yeah.
I haven't heard anybody in so long.
Yeah.
But I know it's there.
But we know, I mean, you can just tell when you play and just like talking to kids, like when kids are always talking about what video game they're playing, like Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I mean, Call of Duty. Let's go play COD, guys.
I have like 8-year-olds pick up Call of Duty. Like parents get Call of Duty for 8-year-olds. I'm like, what are you doing?
It's rated M.
For 17.
When I was growing up, my parents would kill me if I played a rated M game.
I couldn't even play a teen rated game until I was like 13.
I know. My parents said the same thing. Eventually, they got over the M. Like, I think when I was like 16 or 15, I started playing it. Like, I got grounded once when Halo 2 came out. They hadn't decided, which we had played Halo 1.
Yeah.
But when Halo 2 came out, like, we asked if we could buy it because it was rated M, and they were like, let me and your dad talk about it. And I had a friend come over who had it, and he brought it with him, and I was playing it in the basement. And they came down, and they're like, what are you playing? I'm like, Halo 2? Like, we haven't decided yet if you can play that game. And I got grounded for like 2 weeks.
That's why you gotta say Halo 1, because they can't tell the difference. Halo? Just Halo?
Yeah. So, either way, I remember when my parents cared about those things.
Now your parents don't care about you at all.
Now parents... That's mean. They do care about me. They definitely do. But current day parents don't care about their kids playing violent games.
Sometimes, yeah. I think video games has that mentality where people are like, it's a video game, how bad can it be? I'm like, they can be really bad.
They can be really bad, like Call of Duty running through the Russian airport, mowing down civilians, and kids not. We've talked about this before.
No Russian.
Kids not understanding what they're doing. Like, I think it's funny. It's not funny.
This is so funny.
Like, I think we both talked about. We actually didn't do anything. We just walked through.
I was like, I feel really bad about this. I couldn't. Most sport fatalities.
Most. Oh my gosh.
Most sport fatalities goes to which game, Justin?
Wait.
This one right here.
What, sports?
Yeah, I changed it.
Oh.
I just changed it right now. Most sports fatalities.
Oh, man. So we have a couple of sports games we could choose for this, but I think the most obvious answer is Rocket League, which is definitely a sport.
It is a sport.
Also, I had a subcategory for this. I had another idea for what we should call it. It's hard to express perfectly in words, but the game that gave me the most instances where I thought I was going to do something awesome and then ended up failing would be Rocket League as well. Because there's so many moments where I'd be...
Just miss the ball.
Yeah, I would be like, oh my gosh, the ball's going to get it, and then I miss. And I'm like, so the most letdowns maybe award goes to Rocket League just because I suck at it. But Rocket League, what a great surprise this year. It was not on my radar.
It wasn't?
I had no idea about the
free.
game. It was a free DLC. I was like, I guess I'll try it. And I actually had it on my PS4 for like 2 weeks. And I didn't even touch it, because that's what I do with PlayStation Plus games usually.
You download them, and then you're like, I'll go back to it later.
Yeah, I'm like, if I get bored of my main game, I'll give it a shot. Go to my brother's house. We all start playing it. Holy cow, it's the most fun game ever. Not really.
Now no one ever plays it. No one plays it anymore.
Except for really serious
Somehow, all my information got deleted. So I was at a high level, and I had all this decal stuff and all this customizable stuff. I went back on, deleted, nothing. I had to start at level 1 with nothing. So I'm like, well, I don't play this anymore, because I don't want to work for that.
It's really fun when you have friends to play with.
Yeah. Because you can do 2-on-2, 3-on-3, 4-on-4.
Yeah.
And we would normally do 4-on-4, I think.
Yeah, we would take turns being goalie and like having stuff.
That was a lot of fun. We have a repeat contender now. The award is most bones broken of enemies that we can safely assume are dead.
Yes.
And that goes to Arkham Knight.
Yes, again.
Have you played any of the Arkham games? You know Batman just destroys people.
I've watched people play it.
And he doesn't kill them, but there's definitely internal bleeding. There's definitely broken legs.
They're definitely dead.
They're not going anywhere. Most of them, Arkham City and Arkham Knight, both take place, well, even Arkham Asylum, both take place where there's no medical staff. Because like Arkham City, the whole city's overrun with these thugs, so there's nobody there saving them.
Right.
Arkham Knight, again, the city's overrun with these thugs. The police can barely get around. And Arkham Asylum, it's an island where there's no medical staff.
Right.
So he literally breaks these people's legs and then leaves them for like the rest of the night.
Yeah. So they're dead.
They're dead.
They're going to bleed out. Even if they don't, they're in so much excruciating pain. Their bones won't grow back together right.
Batman's like, well, I didn't kill them. The internal breathing killed them. So I'm good. Like,
that absolves me from everything.
I'm so good.
Oh, man. That's good. I Wanted More Award is next.
Yep.
Goes to The Order 1886.
That's right.
Which I thought about buying.
Yes.
I was very excited for it.
It looked really good.
I think everyone was excited for it. It was at the beginning of the year. Some people were really wanting, like, we all know when the consoles first come out, there's always people are starved for games.
Yeah,
like, you want lots of big games. So when this game came out, everybody was like, oh my gosh, the TV spots look sick.
Yeah.
Ended up being like what, an 8-hour game, 6-hour game.
It's like a 10-hour game at most.
Yeah.
10 or
So
12.
one of my friends bought it. He played it and was like, "It's not worth $60." So I didn't buy it, and then I was like, "Oh, I'll buy it when it gets to 30." Well, by the time it got to 30, there were other games out that I wanted to play, so I ended up not even buying it. So I haven't even played it at this point, just because of how short it was.
I don't even know what it's about necessarily anymore. I just know that it's really short, and people really didn't like it.
Yeah, but from what I understand, it was fun when you were playing. But so much of it was like cutscene that the actual playing part of it was just short. It was like half the time. Very linear. So I'm sure the biggest complaint I heard was, I wish there was more content. Yeah. It was a good story.
I don't even think there's any DLC for it. I don't think there's any story expansion. No. They just tried to make it best looking game possible, and then everything else suffered. Yeah. So.
Wholehearted pursuit of one goal.
Sucks for them. Yep. Next award. This is all for you.
This award, I can actually feel the pain, / I had a headache the whole time I was playing it award. Bloodborne. That game, I spent a lot of time on. I actually really enjoyed the game by the end of it. Very frustrating, though, and it was one of those games where I had to give it so much focus and attention that I would get headaches playing it, because I was always sitting forward and squinting at the screen, making sure I saw things. Everything's so dark in the game.
You could just turn your brightness up.
And so many deaths. I had so many deaths. I mean, I can't even imagine how many times I died in that game.
I'm sure there's a stat.
I'm pretty sure there is. Any game, I can't remember what the guy's name is who made it. The same guys who made Demon Souls and Dark Souls. Those games, the whole point is for you just to die a lot and learn from your deaths, and so that way you get better each time. Yeah. Skill-based game, a lot of fun. I made it to the final boss and then didn't try because a new game came out. Yeah, and I was
haven't beat the final boss yet?
I haven't beat. I watched a video of somebody beating it.
Cheater! I
know how to beat them, and I know the story. I love the story too, and that's one of the things. People give Bloodborne so much crap because of the story, because it's not like a direct story. You can go through the whole game and not know anything about the story. Yep. Because it's not. There's no real cutscenes. And essentially, the story is told through items. So you read item descriptions, and it gives you little hints about everything. And so, I remember when I was playing it, I loved watching YouTube videos of people putting together the story, and the community really got into figuring out the story. It was a lot of fun. Interesting. But if you like stories, I wouldn't play it. But if you like a really finesse game where you have to get really skilled at things and you enjoy watching your character die, you would like Bloodborne. If you like feeling pain.
Next award, these clothes are ruined, which goes to Splatoon. Oh man! Anyone that's played Splatoon, you know that you're a squid person. Yeah. And you shoot colored oil out, colored paint. Yeah. It gets all over things. Yeah. You get it all over your clothes. Yep. You're done.
And you turn into a squid. Yeah. And you can roll around in it, and then you come back out of it. You gotta know so many pairs of clothes are ruined.
Not that. That's not good.
It's not going on.
That's well. Really the only person that award was made for that game.
It really was. It was designed for that game.
This next award is my personal favorite.
Go
the title of the next award is I didn't know this game existed. I'm going to buy it. Never mind. It's $20. Goes to Dragon Quest Mobile. There's 7 or 8 different games of Dragon Quest that you can get on iOS or Android. Mm-hmm. And it's that whole game. Mm-hmm. You just play it on your phone. And I love Dragon Quest. I've talked about it before. Right. And I was looking at it today because the way I did this awards, I actually looked at the Wikipedia page of all the games that were released in 2015, and I'm like, I know this game, I'll make an award for it. I know this game, I'll make an award for it. This and this and this and this. Yeah. And then I saw Dragon Quest. I'm like, what? Dragon Quest came out for Android? What? I have an Android. So I looked it up, and there's 7 or 8 different games. Mm-hmm. I'm like, that's really interesting. They're published by Square Enix, so they're good publishers. Yeah. It's a good publisher. But it's $20, so I'm like, well, I think I'll pass.
See, that's if I had a version of this award, it would say, man, I didn't know that existed. I'm going to buy it. Never mind, it's $10, and it would be for Knights of the Old Republic, which is a great game. I love it. I have it on the original Xbox. It's out on mobile too.
Really?
And I was looking. We have that app or whatever that you told me about that you get Android Play credit for. Yeah. And I had $5.50.
Google Opinion Rewards.
Yeah. I had $5.50, and I was like, "What can I buy?"
I didn't even think about that. And I went through it. I want to save up for Dragon Quest.
There you go. And now I'm going to save up for KOTOR. It's gonna be good. But
I bought a Batman comic with mine. I saved $8 for it.
That sucks.
That doesn't suck. It's a good comic.
I don't know.
It's the death of the family.
Oh.
It's a series, so it's like 7 different comics.
Okay, so you got the whole series?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Anyway,
next
KOTOR.
up on the list
Nothing? Okay.
is, KOTOR. If you haven't played KOTOR, it's hard to explain.
How are you going to play it on your mobile?
Well, it's a turn-based.
Oh, is it turn-based?
Mm-hmm.
I know that. Never mind. That's easy.
Yeah, it's turn-based, so that helps.
Is it a really big game?
It's a long game.
How many hours?
I would say probably
60.
No, not that much. I want to say like 50.
Okay,
Maybe you probably get it done in 40.
that's not bad.
But great game. Knights of the Old Republic is what KOTOR stands for those of you who are listening.
This next, I think I want to give this next one because it's directed at you.
Okay.
The next award is Best Free Game, in parentheses, yes, even better than Rocket League, in parentheses.
Yeah.
And I give that to Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons.
And by free, we mean it was on PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
Which you had to pay for. So it's not really free, but it was essentially free.
It's essentially free for us. So that's a really good game. I don't think it's story-driven. It's really fun gameplay. There's no dialogue in it. Mm-hmm. You download it, but you haven't played it yet.
I played the first 15 minutes of it.
Yeah.
And then got distracted.
It's like a 2-hour game, so it's really easy to beat.
Yeah.
But the story behind it is really good. There's a lot of character development. There's a lot of character. You feel connected to your character.
Mm-hmm.
Some stuff happens, and you're like, man, that's awesome. Man, that sucks. Man, I feel really sad now. Something like that.
Yeah.
So ups and downs. I think it's really good. It's one of my favorite games I played that I got from PSN Plus.
Yeah.
You don't know.
I don't know. I haven't played. I get the concept. It sounds really cool. I would say Rocket League is my favorite free game of the year, for sure.
I know,
but that's okay.
Better than Rocket League, as the award states.
Okay.
Yes,
that's fine.
Better than Rocket League.
Fine. That's fine. You can say that. The next award that I have is for biggest nostalgia bomb of the year, which goes to Homeworld HD Remastered Edition. So for those of you who haven't played the game, which is an old PC game, came out in 2000. So the same year as the original Half-Life, or it was about the same time as the original Half-Life. So back in the early years of PC gaming being really the major way, this is first consoles.
Yeah,
I think PlayStation 1 era. It's an RTS, real-time strategy game. It's 3D. It's the first time you have a 3D plane where you can actually you have all 3 axes to move your characters, or your ships and things. Instead of just being on a 2D plane, like most RTSs, this has the Y-axis now, or the Z-axis. So you can go up, down, left, right, forward, backward. It's awesome. And the storyline behind it is amazing. The opening mission literally made me cry as a kid.
Because it was so hard?
No. Essentially, you test out this... You have this homeworld builds this mothership, and they test drive the hyperspace drive.
Oh.
And then they go back to their home planet, and it's on fire.
Oh!
And these aliens had come and destroy the entire home.
Oh.
So the whole point is that you're trying to find this ancient world where you believe that your people are from, to find your new home world.
Oh, okay.
To go back to the home world. Pretty interesting story, but it uses some has classical music in it.
Okay.
And so it's just the music with the fiery planet in the background, and the graphics are actually really good. I played this game up through
Are these nostalgia graphics, or are these good graphics? Because whenever you look back at games, you're these graphics are awesome.
It's the type of graphics that when you if you play zoomed out, which is the majority of the time you are, it can compete with games from 2008.
Oh, okay.
If you zoom right up on your individual unit, it looks like crap. They're really blocky. Mm-hmm. But zoomed out, the textures on the ships make it look really cool.
Cool.
So they made an HD remastered edition of it recently. Didn't change any of the base game. And I went through and played through the campaign, most of it. I didn't finish it because that campaign is so hard to do without cheating. I got 10 missions in. Man, I just didn't know it was coming out, HD remastered. I always wanted one.
Then it hit you right in the face.
And then it hit me right in the face, and I had to buy it as soon as I saw it, and I did. It was so good.
That's exciting.
That was my nostalgia bomb of the year.
Nice. I would say a runner-up for nostalgia bomb of the year, specifically Battlefront, the beta. Not the game, the beta. Everyone played the beta because it was free.
Yeah.
And everyone played it because Battlefront was supposed to be a really nice game. However, I don't think everyone that played the beta also got the game. Right. So I think the nostalgia, people played it for the beta, and then after that they got kind of used to it, and I'm only going to get the game if I like the gameplay. I'm going to get the game if I'm a Super Star Wars nerd, stuff like that.
Which applies to me. The Super
Which
Star
applies
Wars
to you. And you also like the gameplay.
I enjoy it.
So both of those
appreciate
play.
it. Yep.
So that's my nostalgia bomb. I really hate being a singer. Goes to Rock Band 4, because who likes to sing?
Not many.
Not when you have opportunity to be an awesome guitarist.
Right. Or drummer.
Right.
The drums are fun.
I don't like drumming either.
Oh, I enjoy the drumming part of it, though I'm not very good at it. I'm much better at the guitar.
The best man's best friend.
Best man, best friend.
No. The best.
The best.
Of the man's best friend.
Oh, the best of the man's best friends.
Yes. Goes to D-Dog.
Yeah, dude.
In Metal Gear Solid 5.
I completely agree.
Close runner-up is Dogmeat from Fallout 4. However, you watch D-Dog grow up in Metal Gear Solid 5.
You do. You find him on a random mission. I was like, what the cuss is barking at me?
Yeah, why was...
And then I pick him up, I'm like, what? Like,
He's so adorable.
I had no idea when I started playing it that you got a dog in it.
Yeah.
Like, I had no idea what all the companions were. All I had heard of was, like, this ghost chick.
Yeah.
That's all I knew.
Quiet.
And I was like, oh, yeah, it's Quiet. Like,
Yeah.
I knew that she was one. I knew you had a horse because that's what you start with.
Yeah.
I had no idea there was a dog.
Mm-hmm.
So when I found the dog, and then it kept saying, like, hey, come back. Always come and visit. Come visit your dog.
Yeah.
And then one day I'm like, I come back, and it's like,
And it's
ready to go.
It's ready. I'm like,
D-Dog
is awesome.
And you can, like, do so many cool things with it. So, D-Dog is awesome. It makes you want to have a dog.
Yeah. Me too.
I don't have one.
I really want a dog, but I live in an apartment complex.
I know. My apartment won't let me
there's
either.
not enough yard for a dog.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
This next one. Biggest letdown of the year.
Biggest letdown of the year.
What do you think?
Well,
You have two. You wrote down two.
I did write down two. Specifically, these are just from personal experience, really. The first one was Final Fantasy Type 0 HD, which was a release for the PS4, $60. Essentially, I didn't know that. Like, when I went to the store and I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, Final Fantasy. I love it. I'm so excited. I can play a new RPG.
Yeah.
Took it home. Then I realized, this was a mobile game that they made remastered.
Is that really what they did?
It was a PS Vita game that they made for the PS4, so they just made it HD.
Oh, no.
Like, all the 3D, like, the textures are HD now, but it's still, like, 3D models from the Vita. Super disappointed with the gameplay. Super disappointed with the story. Played it for, like, 4 hours, and then was like, I'm not doing this anymore.
Like, this sucks.
And it was like 2 days later, I walked back into GameStop and sold it back to them.
That's my experience with Final Fantasy X2,
That's fine.
which is my first Final Fantasy game.
Man, I am so sorry for you. That
X2.
game, I hated that game.
We talked about that a lot. I played it, and I'm like, what the heck is going on?
Final Fantasy X2, seriously, like, I bought the HD remaster of X and X2 because they come bundled.
Oh, yeah.
Played through Final Fantasy X, and at the end, I was like, tearing up because like the ending of the game is really good. I really loved all the characters. Like, loved the story of X. Then I was like, man, so maybe I just like heard wrong about X2. Maybe like my impression of it is just wrong. And so I like popped it in. And I was like, man, I just love this world that they built in X, like Final Fantasy X. And then I started it, and the opening scene is like
A music concert.
And I was like, what? What's going on?
Am I Lizzie McGuire right now?
And it's like a pop star, and it was Yuna, but then it wasn't Yuna. And then they used like clothes to change the fighting system. And by the end of like the first 2 hours, I was like, yeah,
this
is not worth it. So I stopped playing it. So X2 is definitely it's probably my least favorite Final Fantasy game, to be honest.
Yep. I like 12. I think they're remaking 12. Are they remade 12 already? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
But 12 had that pirate guy, Balthier. I like him a lot.
Yeah, Balthier is pretty cool. I actually never beat 12. I had it. Played for like 5 hours and then lost it. I have no idea where it is.
The farthest I ever got,
still can't find it.
There's a girl named Fran who's like a bunny character.
Yeah.
I got to her homeworld.
Yeah.
And then there was a big boss at the end, and I beat it, and then I just stopped playing for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Because I think there's a big boss, then after that, there's a second boss. And I couldn't beat the second boss, I'm like, well, I'm done.
Yeah. Definitely excited for Final Fantasy VII HD remake. Except for the episodic
let's
releases.
talk about the episodes.
Yeah, so apparently Final Fantasy VII, the remake, is going to be released in different segments and episodes, essentially. So my question is, are you charging me $60 for each episode?
Yeah.
Or are you charging me like $20 per episode, and then it'll end up being 3 episodes, $60 the whole game? I hope that's the case, because I'm not about ready to shell out, $1,200 or whatever.
120.
No, math skills. $120. I'm not doing that.
There's a game, Life is Strange, that released in episodes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily know how they price it.
Yeah.
I wish I would have looked that up before, but not a big deal.
So I was like really excited about it, and now I'm a little bit like hesitant.
Yeah.
So now I'm thinking, like, if they do end up making it I'm going to be very cautious. I'm not going to pre-order it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to buy it right when it comes out. I'm going to wait to see, like, reviews and things, and then I'll probably end up buying it when the price drops. Because we all know RPG prices drop.
Skyrocket. Downward. Nosedive.
They nosedive.
What's the opposite of skyrocket?
About like 4 months later, they'll
be like $30.
Yeah, and then it'll eventually get down to 20. That solid 20 that it won't go lower than.
You have a second game for biggest letdown of the year.
I did. The runner-up for me was Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes, which, again, I think both of these come from a point of ignorance, because I went into it not knowing what the games were.
Yeah.
I was like at GameStop and saw it. I was like, oh my gosh, I recognize that name. Like, Final Fantasy, Metal Gear Solid. So I bought it, and I was like, oh, sweet, a Metal Gear Solid game. I'll get some good hours out of this.
I think you even bought it the same month it was free on PSN.
It's like right after.
Oh.
It's like right after or something.
So you just missed the download. Because it was free on PSN.
Oh, it was right before. It was right before it. Because I was really mad because I sold it again.
Yeah.
And then it was free. And I was like, gosh dang it, I just wasted money.
It's just one big level.
Yeah. Essentially, I went into it not having a whole lot of experience in Metal Gear Solid. I was like, oh, look, I'm so sneaky. Look at me sneak. And so I snuck around, found some cassette tapes, and then I beat the mission, and I was like, sweet, what's next? Nothing is next. What's next is play the same mission again, except for do it differently this time.
Have different objectives.
Yeah, like blow up these things. All right, you did that? Sweet. Play it again, and then this time take down these guys. What? Are you kidding me? The same mission over and over again?
Yeah.
I was so mad. Again,
how much did you pay for it?
I think I paid like $40.
$40 for one mission. That's rough.
I was so mad. I hate when they do that.
And even in comparison to The Phantom Pain, which is fantastic.
It is fantastic. I love that game.
Ground Zeroes is awful. Ground Zeroes is awful.
It is awful. It really is. There's nothing good about it that I enjoyed. And it's supposed to like help you with the new movie or not
the new mechanics,
the new game, like,
and it kind of
the storyline wise, like, it's just barely like there's like a little bit of it that relates to the Phantom Pain, but it really isn't even that much.
See, I didn't hate it as much because I got it for free. And I downloaded it for free, whereas you bought it.
I know.
And you're like,
I think it would have been a better... Again, this comes out of my ignorance, both of those. Like, if I just would have done a little bit of research and saw that Type 0 was a mobile... or was like a Vita game...
Yeah.
And if I would have looked and done research and saw that Metal Gear Solid was one mission, I would not have bought either of them.
Yeah.
But I just went in there with ignorance without looking it up, so...
So maybe next year...
That's my mistake.
Use your smartphone to look up games before you buy them.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I hope so. I can't promise anything.
Best Beard in Gaming of 2015.
Yes, this is my favorite award to give, I think, this year. We both decided, I think.
Yeah.
I think we were both in agreement. Geralt of Rivia. Because... Or Geralt?
Geralt. Geralt of... Geralt? I don't know.
However you say it. Of Rivia from The Witcher 3. His beard grows.
It does.
Enough said.
I haven't seen... Because there's like 3 options for hairstyles in the game.
Yeah.
Which is hair down, hair in a ponytail with a size trim.
Yeah.
And like no beard or something like that. You can have those 3 options. It's really weird. It's not a lot of options.
Yeah.
But if you shave your beard completely off, it'll grow back.
Yeah.
With time.
Yeah.
Which is really nice. Because you'll see it in cutscenes, not actually growing, but you're like, wait, I just shaved. Why do I have a 5 o'clock shadow?
Right.
Wait, I just shaved. Why do I have a beard now?
Yeah.
Wait, why do I look like Santa Claus now?
Why is it so long now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely really liked the hair choices. There aren't a lot, but I loved the hairstyle that I chose, which was the ponytail with the shaved sides.
Yeah, that's what
because if you like don't get another haircut, it gets really long and kind of like frazzled a little bit, and it looks like really cool and like a little bit messy, but still in a ponytail. Yeah. And then with the long beard that's unkept, he looks sick. Yeah. He's like this awesome like wanderer dude. I love it. So I really enjoyed the hairstyles in that game. Specifically, having the beard grow was so cool. I loved it.
Yeah, I haven't. I'm sure there's games that had beards grow before. Just never paid attention.
Right.
But I remember I shaved, and like 2 days later I came back like I just shaved. Like what happened?
Yeah.
What's going on here?
I don't know, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the beard.
We have 2 more awards. You have worst release of the year.
So worst release of the year. I'm not even sure if this game was released this year. But I just want to still give it to this. Because it was so bad.
Okay.
Assassin's Creed Unity.
I don't think it was this year.
That was last year.
Syndicate was this year.
But it was still so bad. Also, I think Arkham Knight could fit under here because for the PC, it released broken. Mm-hmm. And they even said, we're not even going to fix it for a while. Like, And so, like, I think they just this week, or maybe it was last week, finally released a big patch that fixed all the bugs.
Huh.
And it's been months since that game dropped. So, Arkham Knight, but really Unity, because Unity was so bad.
Unity was really bad.
It was
even on every console.
On every console, that whole game was broken. So, I want to give it to
Came out in
Unity.
2014, I believe.
They had DLC come out this year, so I can give it to them.
So bad, it got 2 years of worst game.
Yeah, it's so bad.
Insane.
I can't think of anything else. I wrote down the award thinking I would decide, and then I didn't decide
you
before we
didn't
started this, so that was off the cuff. But, man, Unity was really bad, and also Arkham Knight had a really bad release.
I have one more.
One more! The final award!
The award is better look at the scenery because nobody plays this game anymore. And that goes to
This hurts.
Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront. PlayStation has a pretty good community of people playing, but Xbox and PC, nobody's playing. And as we all know, Battlefront looks really good. It's really pretty.
It's the prettiest game I have on,
It has a lot of
on
graphics.
PS4.
It has a lot of graphics, is what I said.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The graphics are a lot.
And by no one playing, we don't mean like a net zero. There's definitely still people playing, but there's not like a big community behind it.
Yeah.
It's not super competitive. Like there are some. I mean, people Twitch stream it. I think last time we checked, it was in the top 20.
Like the 30th.
It wasn't like 30. It was in the top.
Oh,
20.
that was Destiny.
That was Destiny. We were making fun
Last
of
week.
Destiny at that point. So Battlefront actually was doing better than what you thought. But I was actually streaming it the other day with my brother on PS4. I really enjoy the game. I wish other people would enjoy it too. I think there was so much hype about it and the expectations were so high that people, when it came out, really wanted it to be Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
Just like HD remastered with like some new features, and it wasn't that.
It wasn't that at all.
It wasn't that. It was more. It wasn't exactly like a Battlefield, but it had a much bigger Battlefield spin to it, feel to it. I would say. I mean, it doesn't work exactly the same because like the blasters have bolt like time to hit the target.
Yeah,
like
you have to
lag
lead the target.
You have to lead it more, like, and obviously you have different like vehicles and stuff, and the token system's completely different than Battlefield. But it didn't really feel like the old Battlefronts, which was the goal. I mean, playing in third person does make it feel a little bit like it, but other than that, it really doesn't feel like it. It feels more like a Battlefield game. So a lot of people really wanted the old stuff. They didn't give it.
This award could also say, look how pretty this game is. Don't pay attention to the fact no one is on the other team. Because nobody's playing and it looks really good. And I feel like that's the same with... I know Battlefield gets a lot of players, but the last two Battlefield games have been really bad.
What, Hardline?
Not Hardline. This Battlefield 4 and 3 both had a lot of bugs and issues.
Yeah. Because that was one of the first games out again for PS4.
Yeah.
And I played it a bunch, and then I lost all of my multiplayer data.
Yeah.
Like, it just deleted it.
See?
And so I got real mad and stopped playing it.
And you still playing it.
So, but Battlefront hasn't had really any issues with its launch.
No, you're right.
I haven't had it,
Well, that's because the servers aren't getting stressed because nobody's playing it.
What do you think about the beta?
I like the beta.
The beta went well.
The beta did go well. They extended it an extra day, I believe.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. It got super boring just because we would play the same level.
We've talked a lot about Battlefront on this podcast.
Today.
So if you really want to know more about our views on it and our review, I think we have 2 episodes ago we talked about Battle of Jakku DLC, and then even before that we talked about Battlefront when it came out, and then before that the Battlefront beta. So if you want more on that, you can look at those because I feel like we've talked about the same things over and over again. So
so definitely tweet at us or email us or whatever. Send us letters. What awards you think we missed? What awards you like us to see?
Yeah.
What you think?
If you disagree with us, we love the disagreement ones. The hate mail is so much fun.
Ooh, it fuels us.
We laugh. We laugh real hard.
That's real nice. You can email us at underpaidgamerspodcast@gmail.com or tweet at us at upgamerspodcast. And speaking of that, we did get a letter here recently from Connie.
When Tony says letter, for those of you who don't know, he means email. He calls emails letters.
Listen.
Electronic letters.
Write it down on paper, scan it into your computer, send us a PDF
Okay, Grandma.
letter.
Okay, Grandma.
Anyway, thanks, Connie. She sent us a letter, an email, whatever. She contacted us.
Thanks, Connie.
Last week we did a Star Wars The Force Awakens review, and in that movie, there's two people talking, and one of them's like, I can show you the Force. But when I heard it, I can show you the world.
And so we had like a little rendition
So
of
we
it.
had that. And she said, guys, I really like that. Have you seen the Star Wars The Musical, which is a parody by George Shaw? So she linked us the video and we watched it.
And got some chuckles.
And it's essentially all the famous Disney songs, except with Star Wars animations and Star Wars lines and Star Wars actors.
With random Disney princesses in the background.
Right. So that was really funny. Thanks, Connie, for sharing that. It is nice to have you be part of the conversation. Like I said, you can tweet at us at Underpaid Gamers Podcast. Email us at underpaid... Oh, that's wrong. Email us at underpaidgamerspodcast@gmail.com. Tweet at us at UPGamersPodcast.
Please, if you're listening on iTunes right now, go to iTunes, 5-star us, leave a positive comment. If you're on SoundCloud, repost us, comment where you want to comment.
Follow us, whatever.
Follow us, do all that stuff. Yeah, so without...
Twitter, SoundCloud, we're on Stitcher, and we're on IGN forums every once in a while.
Yep.
So look out for us. Send us some letters. We would love to read them on air here. We'd love to get the conversations rolling.
Yep.
So thanks so much.
Have a great day.